Hello YouTube, Marielle here. Today I would like to talk about the concept of bad luck while living with one of those entities. And this is a subject that I have wondered about for a very long time myself. And recently I came across that video with Daylight Out of Darkness, and it really touched a nerve with me because, like I just said, it's something that I wondered about with myself, about myself. And I'm wondering as well how many other people over there who lives with who are forced to live with those people, whether they end up, asking themselves the same question. Because after a while, living with those people, you can't help but feel like, nothing ever goes right. You end up, well, I'll talk for myself, I end up feeling pessimistic. And here I am somebody, I am a problem solver. I'm always looking for a solution in anything. I'm a firm believer that there's always a way, there is always a solution. I've always been like that. So pessimism has never been part of my lexicon. But here I am now, just even the simplest thing. My heart basically starts to flutter, and not in a nice way. I'm almost always now, I catch myself almost always, and I would even say not almost, I'll say always, expecting bad result. Even the simplest acts, like going to buy something, and I'm expecting my credit card to be denied or refused for no good reason. I'm doing something and I'm expecting it not to go right. And this has to be the side effect of long exposure to living with somebody like that undermines you constantly with everything that you do, and it doesn't matter how small that thing is. It doesn't matter how insignificant what you're doing is. You're never being acknowledged. You never being said thank you. You never... You're completely ignored. I mean... And even if you're strong, eventually it gets to you, And as the years progress and, you're getting older and there are more, you have more responsibilities, and of course, there are a few things as well that end up not working as you expect them to. But it's just that compounding effects, those tiny little things. It's just like they say, death by 1,000 cuts. You really end up feeling it. You end up doubting yourself. You end up feeling the weight of existence. That you just can never do anything right. That your decision-making skills are inadequate. And then on top of it, there's the reality that the person you're dealing with is a predator, is a highly skilled predator that is always, 10 steps ahead of you, that has planned everything, that is planning everything from the beginning to end to to undercut you. And so things, after a while, when you become aware and you try to do things, even before you become aware and you try to defend yourself or, kind of block the attacks and everything, you find that you can't even block them efficiently. Doesn't matter how hard you try. And he always seems to get the upper hand on everything. He always seems to get away with things. I mean, he's getting away with it, and this is so unfair. This is so unjust. How could this be? But this is because he studied you. He knows you. He or she, he's good at what they're doing. They've been doing it forever. They're excellent manipulators, and they lay tracks well ahead of things, and they know how to get the, those are very cunning people. So after many years of dealing with that, you feel unlucky. And it starts to feel like bad luck is always at your heel. And you can't shake it. And for those of us who have no friends, no family, we don't have any co-workers, we don't have any of that support system. And you have to understand those, my wolf is my only support system. And for many years, every time I have an idea or I want to do something, he is the only person that I could go to get a feedback. You see what I'm trying to say? I didn't even know that him listening to me wasn't out of interest to help me, but out of interest to see how he could break that dream or block it. But like being in a shooting range and you have those plates and then you just throw it up in the sky, and he's there just tracking it for a while, with the bow, and then eventually just shooting it down. I always had that impression, and now I know it's exactly what's been happening. And that person is my only source of anything, my sounding board, my confidant, my everything. I thought he was a partner. And I can see how some people end up, especially when you don't understand what's happening and you have no knowledge of what's happening to you and who you're dealing with, you can end up killing yourself, taking your own life. It's a lot to deal with psychologically and emotionally.